I've taken my CNBC and mainstream media shots this morning of vaccines, so I'm immune from their filth and their fake news. So I can go ahead and read this to you, and since I'm immunized from fake news, you don't have to worry about me getting hurt to read the story to you. Trump says he could get used to negative interest rates as he knocks the Fed. Says, love that. We're forced to compete with nations that are getting negative interest rates. Something very new, Trump said in his address at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Several central banks have adopted negative interest rate policy over the last year in hopes of jolting their economies. This has led to sovereign yields in Japan and Germany to trade below zero. By comparison, U.S. Treasury yields and the Federal Reserve's overnight rate are high. Nevertheless, we still have the best numbers that we've had in so many different areas, Trump said. Even now, as the United States is by far the strongest economy or economic power in the world, it's not even close. We're forced to compete with nations that are getting negative rates, something very new, meaning they get paid to borrow money. Something I could get used to very quickly. Love that. Now, old Jay Snip, has been covering the negative interest rate thing here in America, which hasn't happened yet, pretty damn closely. And I keep bringing it to your attention, and I gave you an example of a mortgage that, basically paid you to have the mortgage. So in other words, if you get a 30-year mortgage, why would you ever want to pay it off early? $250,000 mortgage, I forget what the heck the math was now, but it was, $189,000 over 30 years. Like, what? I'd pay $189,000 for a $250,000 house with negative interest rates, correct? Because in this scenario, you get paid, not the effing criminal banks. I got a bank statement today with my mortgage, and I do pay a little extra, by the way, for the principal, just FYI. And it showed that essentially what my principal was, multiply that by 2, not equal, but by 2, and that's what I paid in interest. So let's just, for example, let's say my principal was $500, and it shows on there $500. It would say interest is $1,000. So the interest that I'm paying these banks to borrow money so I can buy a house and actually live somewhere, or stay on the streets until I can save up enough money. Well, that's not going to work. Well, nope, you got to be a debt slave. Go to work, get money, and pay the bills. $500 principal, $1,000 interest. Again, I'm making this example up. I've said this before. Why can't it be the opposite? Why shouldn't $1,000 be going towards principal and $500 going to the banks? Is $500 a month off of one person not good enough for these banks? All the money they got came from the Fed anyways. It's all phony money, printed, rehypothecated, reverse repo, swaps, mortgage-backed securities, derivatives. What is this nonsense? If we go negative, the interest rate wouldn't have any money there. Where it says, oh, you paid $500 principal, $1,000 interest. No. Oh, no. It would say you're paying, if you want to keep it the way it was, $500 in your payment, and that whole $1,000 in interest just goes away. So imagine dropping, $1,500, $2,000, whatever it is, a month you're paying, by like 2/3. That's the equivalent. You're dropping this thing by like 2/3. How much extra money would you have in your pocket? How much extra money would you be able to go spend in the economy? And by God, we are all red-blooded Americans in this country. We like to spend. We like to buy stuff. We like to shop. And Donald Trump just signed a double trade deal thing with China. We're going to finalize some things, but this is done. Okay, great. And everything you go and buy at the store is made in effing China. Do you think China would be upset if Americans, who are a huge consumer of Chinese goods, if us Americans had 2/3 more money to spend? And I said, well, whoa, Joe, wait a minute. What do you mean 2/3 more money? You're only comparing a mortgage, not their whole salary and all their bills. Correct. But since your mortgage is the biggest nut to crack every month, by far, of all your bills, I'm going to go ahead and say you got 2/3 more money to spend. Because if you're living paycheck to paycheck right now, just barely paying the bills or whatever you want to call it, and you got all of a sudden 2/3 of your mortgage payment, that's what I'm trying to point out here. You have a large sum of all your income that doesn't have to go to these effing crooked banks. So every time Donald Trump says something about this, I come out here and say, hey, guys, pay attention. Here he is again. Oh, he just tweeted to the Federal Reserve head, basically called him a bozo. Hey, what did he call him a bozo about, Joe? He called him a bozo about the interest rates. Huh. So I got a question for you. Since QAnon said, do we have the gold? Yes, we have the gold, and gold will destroy the Fed. That means the Fed will be destroyed at some point. It'll go away. Federal Reserve, gone. Negative interest rates. Donald Trump has been talking about it. Everything that man wants, so far he's getting. So if he's been saying this over and over again, I think I'm going to believe at some point negative rates are coming. Which is why I'm holding off on a refi right now, even though rates are a little bit lower. No. I think I want to wait a little bit longer. Price line negotiator. Or just wait a little longer. Just a little bit longer. Oh, won't you wait? Say you will. I say it. I'll wait. You got me. I'll wait a little longer. Just a little bit longer. If we go negative, again, interest rates, I'm going to pull this up right now. Interest rates, which I should have this on this side of the screen. Actually, mortgage rates in the UK. Last time I saw some people had rates at 1% and stuff. Initial interest rates, 2%. What the hell is this? Two-year fixed saver? 2 years fixed rate. Overall cost. Was it the UK or London specifically? I saw somewhere very recently it was 1%. I'm saying UK right now, but was that the right one? At any rate, it looks like it's England 2.65%. It's a lot lower than where we are. The amount of money you will have will be fantastic. Talk about spending money. China would be very happy with us. All these people are buying like they all just won the lottery. Well, yeah, we just got back $1,000 a month out of my pocket that was being stolen from the effing banks. Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Do you understand if he pulls this off, and he's going to, I'm telling you now, he's going to. When people feel and see themselves, wow, how much more money I have now because of these lower interest rates. Donald Trump's been yelling at the Fed. Well, it's not the president, it's not the president who sets the policy. It's the Fed. Whoa. I can go back and show you all the times Donald Trump said, this is what I want, what our country needs. And then we got it. Even when the Fed was saying, no, that's a bad idea, we should raise rates, Donald Trump saying, no, I think we want to go lower. QAnon had said in 2018, when 2019 rolls around, the Fed, we know they want him, President Trump, to look bad for the next election. They're going to raise the rates so that the economy starts to falter, so that the mainstream media can blast 24/7, look at the economy under Trump, oh, it's falling, because of the high interest rates going up and up and up. Q said, we know this is going to come, and we've got a plan for it. We're going to deal with it. So every time the Fed came out, little press statement, the FOMC, yeah, look, if things continue, we're going to bump it up another 0.5% rate in April. And I'm thinking, man, I don't think I need my magic 8 ball to ask this question, but it looks to me like Trump says, bullshit, to the Fed. And what happened? Yeah, we're going to drop a 0.5% or a quarter, whatever it was. We're going to drop 1%. Really? You guys were all gung-ho. I thought you guys were raising rates. No? Oh, interesting. Well, but next time, when we have our little shindig meeting of nothingness, nonsense, we're probably going to go ahead and raise then. Oh, okay. See you in a few months. A few months goes by. Guess what happens? Yeah, we're going to drop another little quarter, little dip here. I'm not sure the exact number, but I want to say probably at least 2 to 3 times. That happened 2019. We did not raise rates. So Trump is absolutely getting his way. He's also asked a few different people now to not be the governor of the Fed like, Jerome Powell, but of the branches. They have these different people. They all have their votes and what they think. And Donald Trump has some pro-gold people in there and some pro-whatever Trump wants agenda in there. Speaking of which, I could have swore days ago I just read about another one getting picked to go in there in the Fed. Not the top guy. But doesn't seem to matter anyways, does it? He's getting what he wants. If these rates go down, every American is going to that has a mortgage and or rent, because rent should be like, hey, well, rent doesn't have to keep rising now. Because you got to understand, some people buy houses with a mortgage and then rent the house for a little bit more than the mortgage, or maybe a lot more than the mortgage. I'm paying $1,000 a month for my mortgage. The Zillow says it's about a $1,300 rent house. I'll go ahead and do $1,300. So I'm making $300 a month extra, paying the mortgage at $1,000. I'm happy. A lot of people have done that. Those people who are paying $1,000 a month, all of a sudden, oh, we're going negative rates. Oh, what's my rate today? How much do I have to pay monthly? Oh, you only have to pay $500 a month now. In your case, sir, $500. And I'm getting $1,300 in rent right now? I don't have to jack this person's rent up. So next year, when they expect a little slight bump, there'll be no bump. I'm not going to charge them more. Are you kidding me? $500 I'm paying now, I'm making $1,300. I'm not going to do that to somebody. Most people would take that attitude. I'm not going to rape the guy paying me rent. Oh, sir, every year there's a 10%, 5%. No. I just got a bonus from Donald Trump. That's a renter. So the renter's going to be happy. The guy that owns the mortgage, owns the house, he's happy. And if you don't do any of that, but you just own your own house paying a mortgage, you're happy because of all the reasons I just told you anyways. You're getting a lot more money back. You can spend more money. I can get a new car now finally. Instead of having to buy a damn jalopy I got to fix all the damn time. I've got hundreds of dollars a month extra. Do you think there's going to be people out there in some kind of numbers that are going to say, I don't like that guy. Guy saved me $1,000 a month. Moron. Hate that guy. Jeez, I'd rather spend money. I'd rather spend more money. And matter of fact, raise my taxes, man. I want more. This man will be elected again. First of all, whether this happens this year or not doesn't even matter. I don't know that we're going to have negative rates this year, but who knows? Because again, if he wants an absolute landslide, and believe me, Donald Trump, I know him, not personally, but we all know Trump. He loves for people to go out and brag about all this great stuff he's done. He loves it. He loves it. Look at my business skills. Look what I've done for the country. I'm so awesome. I love it. Good. Great. Pat yourself on the back. If he pulls off really low interest rates or negative interest rates this year right before the election, and everyone say, hey, everybody go refinance. Everybody, breaking news, go refinance. You can get a massive discount, 1.5% interest rate on your home. I'm sorry, how much did I just save a month? Who do you think they're voting for? Who the hell do you think they're going to vote for? Even people that, well, I don't know about Trump. I don't think I'm voting. I don't know if I'm going to vote for anybody this time. Oh. Well, I just got a letter in the mail. Refinance. Is this some kind of joke? Call them up. What's my rate if I refi? Are you kidding me? Well, we could drop it another 0.25%, sir, if you use some points, which might cost you a couple grand in the closing cost. But, no, I don't need that. Jesus Christ. No, this rates are fine as is, actually. No. So where do I sign? Mortgage industry. Skyrockets. Bonuses. Workers. Oh, my God. I closed 15 deals today, dude. Dude, I closed 15 today. I'd have my assistant. I have to hire an assistant. Never before. I've been doing this for 30 years in the mortgage industry. I've never had to do that. It will be crazy. Crazy good. So, here's another video. Another time Trump. Where was he speaking at? Davos. Davos. And what's the name of that thing? I know it's in Switzerland, but what's the World Economic Forum? He's speaking at the World Economic Forum, telling everybody else, why don't we have low interest rates? Why aren't we even negative? We're competing, and by the way, we're doing a great job, of course. You know. But God, can you imagine if we had negative rates and then actually we're going to lower the playing, the playing field to make it even? We don't, like you said, we don't want anything extra. Like, hey, let's take advantage of the UK. Let's take advantage of China. No. Even, lower it. Now we're even. Now we've evened the playing field. That's all. You guys have negative rates? We want negative rates. You guys have tariffs? We want tariffs. Or take your tariffs away, we take ours away. Just needs to be even. That's all. That is why America is America. And these criminal Democrat leftist liberals were in the process of destroying it. And this man, Donald Trump, comes out and reverses it all. And he's going to take these criminals down. And I can't wait for that part of it. It's going to be freaking amazing. Take care.